Greetings, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. And I'm here to talk about Ringo Starr's brand new EP. Ringo has, for the time being anyway, stopped making traditional albums with, 12 or more songs on them, and he's been making multiple EPs. This one here is called EP3, which, of course, EP stands for extended play. These are extended plays in the sense there are only 4 tracks on this particular disc. And, LPs can have 12, 14 or more tracks on them. So this is the route that Ringo's been going lately, and this is the third one. And because it's called EP3, my first impression was, wow, that's not a very creative title. Some people thought it was clever. I think it's just lazy, but what's in the name, right? All right, well, going into this, let me tell you what I thought of his other EPs. The first one, Zoom In, I really liked that a lot. I thought the first debut EP was terrific. The second one, which was called Change the World, I thought was not as good as the first one. There was one song on there that I did like a lot called Coming Undone, which was a country-esque feel tune written by Linda Perry, and really, really liked that one. But I thought the second one was just, aside from that, really, maybe one of the track. It's kind of like, There was a kind of half-hearted version of Rock Around the Clock on the second one. Didn't live up to the standard of the first one. Now, going into this one, the third one, my concern was that Ringo was starting to sound very much the same. His albums, his production has a very samey, familiar quality to them. And there's not anything very different about it. So when I heard the debut track off this, the first track being World Go Round, I made a video, several videos back, and I was disappointed on the first listen or second listen even. I think I gave it at least 2 listens. Didn't like World Go Round very much. I only listened to it, to be honest with you. I don't recommend this, but I listened to it on my phone, my smartphone. That's not the best way to listen to anything, but I remember when I listened to the first track and when it dropped, I thought, here we go. It's going to be the same old thing. There's nothing new from Ringo. And indeed, the first track is very much in line with his philosophy and his thinking. It has words like, we're all in this together, carry on. There was a line in the song that I liked, life can be confusing, be careful what you're using. I liked that. That was kind of cute. The song World Go Round, written by Steve Lukather and Joseph Williams, not Ringo, even though it has very, very familiar Ringo-isms in it, sounded pretty samey. But here's the deal. When I plopped in this CD, the CD is still in the player. I don't have it with me. Consider that a mistake. It's got a little booklet here, and we have the lyrics. When I popped in the CD, I must tell you, World Go Round seemed like a whole new song to me. Yeah, I don't know if that's the difference between listening on a phone and listening on a proper system with physical media, but I gotta tell you, it was like I'm hearing it for the first time. I liked World Go Round this time, where I went on the record pretty clearly as thinking it was kind of meh. Been here, done that. And still, there's nothing new in the content, nothing really new in the message, but I found this high energy, up-tempo, and kind of lively, much more lively. I enjoyed the track more than I had the first time. All right, so that was World Go Round. The second track, first time hearing it, was a song called Everyone and Everything, and that's the one here on this album now, written by Linda Perry. A lot of familiar people here. You wonder why they couldn't just all get it together and just let Ringo put it all on one single album. If he's going to make a few EPs anyway, and he's going to use a lot of the same people, musicians, writers, and so forth, backup singers, why not just put it all on one album? But let's stick with the track, Everyone and Everything. Nice song, and I mentioned the background vocals a little while ago. The background vocals are really nice, and it's enhanced. It enhances the song. Linda Perry sings background, Billy Valentine, Zelma Davis, and Maya Sykes. I've mentioned these names. I remember Zelma Davis in particular since the first EP, Zoom In. I gotta say they really add to this. Those voices, the female voices in particular, really add to these songs. So far, I'm liking it. I'm liking the first and second track. Third track is called Let's Be Friends, written by Bruce Sugar and Sam Hollander. I really like this one too, with a reservation that I'll get into. Really enjoyed it. There's a chorus that they say a couple of times. It says, "Let's get up, down, shake it out, take it to the ocean." That part there, I really liked. There's really like a good, again, like, upbeat feel to these first three tracks, But here's the part with the reservation. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I'm not sure of a part that goes, yeah, 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 yeah. Something like they repeat that a lot. Yeah, 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 yeah. And it became a little cringy at times and kind of like threatened to kind of get in the way of the enjoyment of the rest of the song for me. But being as this is my first listen, I think I can excuse it and come to really like the whole thing as time goes on. All right? That's the third track, Let's Be Friends. Now, so far, Ringo has not penned any of the songs here, but the last track on this album is called Free Your Soul, co-written by Ringo and Bruce Sugar. I liked it. This one was more, an easier pace, not really slow, but just a nice, calmer pace. Very enjoyable. I thought it had a Latin-y feel. I'm not always the best one in describing types of music, genres of music, but there was a lot of sweet horn arrangement on this, courtesy of Bruce Sugar. Nylon guitar, says, played by Jose Antonio Rodriguez, and I love horns on music, and this has a tenor sax by Dave Koz or Koz. I'm sorry about the pronunciation. And again, beautiful accompanying vocals by Billy Valentine, Zelma Davis. I mean, and again, Maya Sykes. I really, really liked it. I liked all four of these songs. The first song, again, World Go Round. I always get that wrong. World Go Round really appealed to me this time. Really did, where it didn't appeal to me before I heard it on disc. The new three songs, first listen, I was sold. And I can tell I don't need to listen to this more than once to give you my opinion that I like them. So I know in the future, these other songs, the whole EP, is going to only improve with repeated listens. Right now, I think this is the second best of the three EPs. I think it's almost as good as Zoom In, and maybe with more listens, it'll be just as good. So I was happy with this, and I was pleasantly surprised because, as I say, I really expected EP3 to be the same old all the way through. But I felt a little more life into this, and it wasn't, it has ingredients. Of course, the ingredients are there, as I said, the writers and the singers and stuff, but it did feel different, even if it was a little comforting in how it was like the Ringo we've been hearing, but still different enough to be interesting and exciting. Okay, so at the end of this, I'm going to just do a little plug. We're going to be doing a Talk More Talk show on YouTube. Look up Talk More Talk. Please subscribe. Four of us, myself and my colleagues, Kid O'Toole, Ken Michaels, and Tom Agnotti. We're going to be doing this Monday night coming up. And the date escapes me, I'm sorry to say, but check out Talk More Talk, and we'll be doing a show where all four of us will be dissecting this. I wonder what my colleagues will think. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in.